Welcome back to the Mas Futbol Podcast. Today, I have a returning guest, someone who's been making waves in Oklahoma soccer scene for years now. Tage is not just a personal trainer and a coach, he's someone who is deeply involved in developing players at all levels. Last time we had him on was back in April 2022. It feels like a lifetime ago. At the time, he was coaching academy, working with Soccer Allies, and still doing React with Alfredo. Since then, a lot has changed. I'm excited to catch up on everything he's been working on. For those that don't know, Tage has been a full-time coach since 2018, and his transition into full-time coaching was really influenced by the opening of Sport OKC. That was the push that got him to leave his amazing Verizon sales job, which I bet he doesn't miss too much. We'll dive into the coaching philosophies, his thoughts on high school soccer and pro soccer in Oklahoma, and of course the MLS Next coming to the state. But first, let's start with something fun. Tage, if you were a sneaker, which one would you be and why?
If I was a sneaker, which one would I be? That's tough, man.
Would you be a Jordan? Would you be
I think
an
I would be a
Adidas?
Jordan. I think I would be a Jordan. Which Jordan, though? I don't know.
What colorway would you be? Would you be a Taxi? Would you be a Panda?
No, if I had to pick between those two, Taxi, for sure, Taxi. I really like the Off-White Jordans. I'm not saying that would be me, but, you know, if I had to pick one, I think I would go with one of those.
Why?
You don't see them all the time.
That's true.
You don't see them all the time. They're kind of rare. I mean, I know they're expensive, but still, like, it's just a shoe that you don't see all the time. Not in any silhouette, really, right? You don't really see too many Off-White shoes out there. So, yeah, I think I would go with that.
Yeah, I think it's because I'm personally scared to wear, Off-Whites. Got to keep them clean, you know what I mean?
True. That's a fact.
Thank you for coming on, man.
No,
It's
for
been
sure.
been a minute, right?
Yeah, I appreciate you having me back. We've been trying to get this going for a little bit, so I'm glad we could connect.
Of course, dude. We're busy people. You're a busy guy, man.
Yeah.
You're still doing personal training, right?
Absolutely. Haven't stopped that at all. If anything, it's picked up a lot, and really grateful for that. So that's been nice.
Shout out to you, bro. I really admire people that just do coaching, soccer, period, because that's something I wish I could do, but this is a facet of that. But for those that just do soccer, kudos to you guys, man. You guys are doing God's work.
Appreciate it.
Right error again, dude. My thing is messing up. We'll just keep going and see what happens.
Just do it.
I was thinking about this the other day. I'm going to school to be a teacher, and a lot of people come up to this problem. It's like, what do you want to teach? Do you want to teach elementary school, middle school, or high school? And then the other day I was thinking about coaching, That's almost the same thing as coaching. What do you want to teach? Early development, academy, middle age, or just full-on competitive? For you, like, where are you with that? Because you were coaching academy, you're doing competitive now, but you do personal training, so you get all types of levels.
Yeah.
Do you have a preference?
I don't know, man. Just like coaching all different ages is just nice. It's like, it was nice coaching the little ones, developing, I've always told people I like to be on the developmental side. That's why I was in the academy for so long, just kind of right foot, left foot, inside of the foot passing and different things that they won't have to worry about when they get up to the competitive level, wherever that is, OEFC, Sporting, wherever they want to play at. And so I did like that. Now coaching competitive this last year, it's been nice. I have my 2012 girls at Sporting, and so that's been a change too, going from boys to girls and also going from younger kids to girls that are about to be teenagers is definitely a change. But, I've got some older ones too that I do private lessons with that are seniors and juniors in high school, and, that's different too because I can kind of coach them and talk to them differently. Also, they understand the game in a different aspect than the younger kids do. So it's nice. I don't think I would ever limit myself again, kind of like I did when I was academy. So I'm glad that I have all ranges of kids that I do training with.
Nice. When you're personal training a new kid, how do you evaluate them? Like, what are the things you personally look at?
I think I have after doing it for so long, I think I have a basic first session, that I do, just depending on one-on-one or two people, three people, whatever it is. And then based off that, it's not like a basic session, but I can definitely get a grasp for where they're at as far as finishing, what they need to work on their finishing, what they need to work on their passing and different things like that. So, it's kind of, also I talk with the parents too before and kind of ask them, hey, what do you think your son, daughter needs to work on? And I kind of incorporate that into the session as well. Or, like I said, me being so developmental minded, I kind of just plan the session accordingly. always doing right foot, left foot, whatever, whatever we do with the right, we always do with the left, and, practicing both feet all the time. I'm big on that. So kids that come to my session know it's like whatever we do with the left is going to be with the right and vice versa.
Yeah, you got to do that. Did you see Dembele take his penalty kick against
Crazy, right?
Liverpool?
Crazy.
He lined up for the left, his strong foot, and then switched it up and took it with his right.
The confidence to do that is just like, that's a big stage to do it on, and that's what I try to tell the kids. Like, you want to just be able to go either foot. It doesn't matter. It's like when the confidence starts to open you up, it's just like the game is it's a whole different game,
Yeah, and he's playing on a different level, dude. I wish he was playing like that at Barca, but now he's tearing it up.
It is what it is sometimes, right? How many players have done that too?
Right. No, many. So is there one quality that you like to have the kids master first? Is there one thing that you want them to walk away from your sessions with?
Yes, I would say always being better with their weaker foot. Always being better with their weaker foot. I feel like for me, it's just a big technique thing. If I can get you to just buy in for a little tiny bit, and you can see it for yourself and do it for yourself, it'll click and you'll catch on. And I can definitely see some kids make a progress from beginning to end of one session. I'm not saying it's the first session, but definitely I've seen it before where at the beginning it's like right here, and then by the end of it it's here, and it's not because of me, it's just because, like I said, the kid just listens and grasps what I'm telling them, and they see the progress right there.
I think a lot of the weak foot is confidence, like you said.
Absolutely.
Just using it, right? What's Coach Tage's left foot look like? What's your weak? Is that your weak foot?
Pretty good.
Do you have a weak foot?
No, I'm pretty confident in my left foot. I tell people that all the time. I'm pretty confident in my left foot. I go left a lot. I mean, that's why I'm so big on it. It's just like I go left, I go right. I mean, sometimes I go left so much that people do think I'm left-footed. So And
then you break it right. Huh?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's nice. I mean, that's why I've kind of practiced it so much, is just so to be able to do that, and that's why it's easy when you go and play, when you can go both ways versus when you just go one way, and if you can't go that way, it's like, all right, game over, So
yeah, talking about going to play, I've seen you out there on Tuesday nights.
Oh
with
yeah,
the boys. How are the boys? The
boys are good, man. Everybody's good. It was nice to kind of like get back with everybody. Ivan had been asking me for a little while, and I had been putting it off, and then finally I got some more free time, and I was like, yeah, let's do it, And then it's like, it's nice to kind of get back with some of the guys, like Javier is playing too, and then Ivan, Chris, all those guys. So it's been Joe, Jose, so it's been cool.
Kyle.
It's been cool. Kyle, yeah, Kyle's up there too, yeah. Shout out to Kyle, goalie.
Yeah, shout out to the guys. I feel the same way. Ivan has asked me a few times, and life just hasn't, gave me the ability to show up on a Tuesday night, but I miss it, man.
Let's do it. Recruiting starting.
I don't even have a pair of cleats, bro. That's how bad I am right
okay.
now. We can still do it.
Pull up in the tennis shoes. We know what you got.
Right. Your preferences. Does coaching early development players and older players, do you have a preference? If you had to pick one?
Not really, no. I think if you told me, hey, I need you to do this session, I'm not really one that's going to... I mean, I would ask the age just so I could probably plan it, but that's about it. I mean, no, not really, no. Honestly, I would show up regardless.
What are some of the difficulties with some of the ages? I know you've done early age a lot, but it's harder. It's not harder to do older kids, but it's different.
No, it is for sure. I feel like little kids are sponges. They kind of soak up everything that you're saying. They haven't figured out not like how to think for themselves, but they haven't habits. Exactly, right? They're just kicking at that point. There's no technique with it. So that's why, like I said, I kind of can get in there and show them and guide them towards what I at least think is right, or what I thought helped me, be successful with mine. And so older kids, it's kind of difficult sometimes. It's like they're stuck in their ways, I try to give and guide them like I do the little kids, but it takes a little bit more time. And, it's kind of like breaking a bad habit, right? They've already kind of figured out okay, this is good enough for me, so I'm going to just roll with this and depend on my strong foot. And so that's where I kind of come in hey, no, we got to, make this better. Your strong foot is good. We just got to keep working here. And so,
What about girls and boys, though? Is there a difference?
Big time.
Yeah.
Big time. Boys are just again, I haven't coached the competitive side of boys, but just with my academy boys, it's man, sometimes the boys don't listen. The boys don't listen. The girls are really they listen, they multitask really well and things like that too. So that's just two big things that I've noticed, and the girls, yeah, they'll drive you a little bit crazy though, but it's nice. It's been a nice change for sure.
I was speaking to Juan, the SCU coach, and he coaches girls. And he put it in a way that really made sense to me. Is like with boys, at least the older ones, you're dealing with a lot of egos. You know, they think they know, they might think they're better than you, yada, yada, yada. Where the girls, it's more of like building confidence.
Right.
Where you got to kind of make them believe that they can do anything.
For sure.
Do you think that's true?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, in that aspect, I think I could get the girls to kind of buy in a little bit better too than the boys would. You know, like it's like if I ask them to do something, they're more willing. Like, hey, let me try it. You know, versus a guy's like, no, I don't play that position. I don't know. You know what I mean? So it's like that's been refreshing also. But I mean, it has its pros and cons, right? Both. Everybody can tell you that. So it's like I personally think that I've liked working with the girls better because that's where I started to. You know, with that particular age group when I first started coaching. You know, so I think I've enjoyed it and I've preferred coaching the girls so far. So.
Nice. Do you ever...
Sorry, boys.
Sorry, boys. No, I've heard that before, too. And a lot of my great coaching friends, for some reason, only coach girls.
Yeah.
Like Peterson comes to mind.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I'm not sure who Casey King coaches, but I think he also does girls, too. So there's a common thread among all the friends that I have with only doing girl coaches. Now that you're doing club, though, do you ever think back on your club days when you were a player and think back on the stuff that you could have done better?
All the time. Like what? I mean, I think also like, I mean, you can say too, like there wasn't a lot of resources like we have nowadays too. Like I tell people all the time, like I didn't do private lessons or anything like that, nor did I, you know, as I got older, nor was I knowledgeable on who was doing private lessons or things like that. So it's like, yeah, it's different, you know, like we played a tournament back where I used to play in Tulsa or Broken Arrow, I guess. And so that was kind of fun. That was like a full circle moment. Like, hey, I grew up playing here and now here I am coaching. It's like, it's nice. It's fun. It's cool. It's
a small world, huh?
Yeah, definitely. Oh, soccer world, definitely.
Yeah. For personal training, there's a lot of people that are on the fence on it. It's a lot of people that are for it. A lot of people that don't see the reason why people are doing personal training. Where is your stance on it? You're obviously for it.
Right.
But like for some reason, some people just are not for it at all.
I mean, no, I'm for it for sure. Of course, that's my line of work. But I mean, at the same time, like I just said, I can hear the other side too. I mean, I wasn't somebody that did private lessons when I grew up. I didn't do one private lesson, you know, and I was still able to make it through high school and, you know, blessed to play in college as well at MacU too. So, you know, I think I have definitely not seen, but, you know, there's been multiple parents tell me like the kids that I'm training have either moved up teams or gotten more opportunities, not more opportunities, but have, you know, take advantage of opportunities they've been given, you know, whereas they might not have done that before because of the skill set they had or the confidence they had and things like that. So that's kind of, you know, where I think private lessons come in handy. And I make like a personal kind of connection with my kids too. Like I'm real, like if you're going to work with me, you're going to work with me. It's not like a 1 or 2 thing deal. You know, it's like I'm in this for the long run. You need to be here with like at least 6 months for you to start seeing something, you know? So that's kind of, I am, I am for it. But again, you know, I'm not saying that you have to do private lessons to make it big or go anywhere. You know, it's like, you know, it's just to each their own.
Yeah, but I think, I mean, private sessions to me are like just more touches on the ball.
Absolutely.
But it's like guided touches on the ball with like your personal coach, of course, you know? So if you're not getting those personal touches on the side on your own, the next best thing is to get another personal trainer. So, yeah, I've never understood why people are so against it. But then again, you know, we talked about the money side of it too. So, and some people just don't want to break the bread.
Absolutely.
Which is totally understandable. But if you're not doing more touches, you're getting left behind. Mm-hmm. What do you think about futsal?
I like futsal. I like futsal a lot. It's not my strength as a coach. I mean, I did start like with RB7, you know, and stuff like that. But it's not something that I would say like, hey, yeah, let's go do a futsal. So it's not my expertise. I would probably send my girls somewhere to do it or something like that. You know, I would definitely be there and help and learn. But at this point in my career, I know my strengths and futsal probably. Not saying I can't coach futsal. I can definitely coach futsal.
No, but you have your strengths and
if
you understand.
Ask me a preference, I'd rather do an outdoor session than a futsal session.
Gotcha.
But I love it. I love futsal. I love to go play and stuff like that. I need to make my way out here, actually. I haven't been out here to play, so. But, yeah.
Wednesdays and Sundays is
that's what I
open
hear.
Play. I think it's pretty competitive, bro.
That's what I hear, too. Yeah, I always have allies on Wednesdays, so I got to make it up here after that.
How is Allies?
Allies been going good. I'm still there. I'm not sure what my role was last time. I'm program manager, director now. So
Nice.
it's like kind of
Bro.
right there.
See if I can give you one of these.
There we go. Let's see. Nice. There we go. So yeah, that's been going good too. They've been taking care of me. They make it really enjoyable for me to be there. So it's nice. I get to see a lot of different kids from all over. I mean, we hit kids from WSA, NOKC, ESC, OEFC, you know, all different clubs right there. Rec kids, all different kinds. You know, I see everybody. So I pick up a lot of kids from there too that want to do extra training as well, because just like you said, they start talking to me and they hear, oh, this guy's just a coach. That's all he does. So it's like, hey, let's try to get with him and see. So it's been nice. I enjoy Soccer Allies a lot. Michael and Cody have been really, really good to me. They allowed me to come in and kind of do my not my own thing, but you know, run with the vision that they had, and you know, so far there's been no turning back. So it's been nice.
I forgot Cody was a part of Allies as well. Nice.
Big time, yeah. Shout out to those guys.
For real, for real. Score has come a long way since it's opened up in 2018.
Oh yeah.
What do you say about how are things going over there?
Oh, Score's been awesome, man. Score's, like you said in the beginning, it's allowed me to grow as a coach. They've always been there for me when I needed to do sessions and things like that. They've been so helpful. I mean, I always suggest anybody that needs an indoor facility or anything like that to head over there. They got everything over there.
Literally, volleyball.
Football. People are really nice too. So
they have basketball? I don't think they have basketball. They do have basketball?
They got everything. Indoor, flag football, volleyball, futsal. I think even I was there, they were talking about some wrestling thing that's going to happen up there, like
really?
a WWE type thing.
They even shot a movie. No, were they shooting a movie?
Yeah, they did.
Shooting a movie out
they had
there,
it closed up a couple days and a couple summers ago, I think. Wasn't able to go up there and do sessions, but that's pretty cool though. Like, you know. So, no, yeah, I enjoy Score. I go up there, you know, multiple times a week. It's like my second home. I joke with everybody that I'm gonna put a bed upstairs. I need to talk to Rob about that.
Rob, I remember hearing about Rob. You should put a bed up there. I remember I wanted to record a podcast upstairs. I think we can make that happen.
Yeah, we can make that happen for sure, for sure. Rob's a cool guy, man. Shout out to Rob too. He's also been really good with me, allowing me to do, you know, sessions there and things like that. So all the people up there are cool. I love it up there. It's nice.
Good.
Shout out to
Scory C. You know? Did you get a haircut?
Yeah, I did.
I saw you with the hat, and I was like, I remember you said you were gonna get a haircut.
I did. Took a little bit too much off the top, but the fade's still clean though. Shout out James. You know, I can take the fade off a little bit.
Okay. Do you only go to James?
Only. James is the only barber I've ever been to for the last like 5 years. Since he's been there since I was working at Verizon too.
Where
at? He's got his shop on not his shop, but he's got like a little it's like a shop, like a little one-person studio type thing at MacArthur and Expressway, across the street from Incredible Pizza.
Okay, that's not
right
too
next
far
to
from
McDonald's.
I might have to.
Yeah.
Might have to see what's up. Yeah, because I live near PC North now, and
there you go. Yeah.
You know, it's hard to find a good barber sometimes. So.
Oh yeah.
Considering you've been there for 5 years, you know, you might be pretty decent.
Yeah, he does good. He takes care of me. So.
Talking about soccer, we'll talk about professional soccer now. Yeah. Champions League, bro. Have you been keeping up with Champions League?
A little bit.
I think it's a new format.
Yeah, ever since Chelsea kind of dropped off, it's been a little bit hard, you know,
to watch
watching. But I watch it when I can. You know, I usually start my sessions about 3:00 during the week, so I can normally catch like the first half, and then I'm on my way to do coaching and things like that. So, but no, I try to as much catching the highlights for sure and all that stuff, you know. So, but.
What'd you think about that Real Madrid Atletico game?
That was pretty crazy. That was one of the ones that I had a break after my 4:00 session. So from 5 to 6, I caught that. Stuff started up. I missed the penalty shootout though.
Oh, dude, the penalty shootout was crazy.
I know. I was mad. I know.
I don't know what to say. I mean, I understand rules are rules,
right?
But who would want to win that way? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like a double touch.
That is.
You know?
That is. That's kind of a. But I don't know. At that point in this, you know, in the stage, you kind of
rules are rules, bro. Right. If that happens to me, of course I would be like, "Hey, double touch."
Right, taking what you can, you know.
But I heard they might change the rules for unintentional double touches. You know what I mean? As opposed to an intentional double touch. But that shit is harsh, bro.
It is, right? You know, but at the same time, you never know when it's going to happen. Rules are in place for a reason, right? Just for that stuff to go. But, I mean, yeah, you know, everybody will say, you know, until the next kind of something happens like that, and they'll be like, oh, yeah, well, we're going to change this now, you know? So it's like, that's how I look at it at least. I don't know.
But it had to happen to Real Madrid. I feel like if it would have happened to any other team, they may have not have looked at it. Right. But I may be wrong.
It was the derby.
But maybe I just like to crap on Real Madrid fans, you know what I mean? Who do you think will win it this year?
Man, I don't know. Teams are strong. I mean, how it's hard to go against Real Madrid.
Yeah,
It's hard to go
I'd love
against
to see
Real
a
Madrid.
Real Madrid-Barca final,
Yeah,
but
that'd be nice.
upsets
Barca's
happen,
strong
though.
too, though. Barca's really strong also. Yamal's been playing really well. It's like a highlight every game right now. That's pretty insane. So, I don't know. That's tough. Yeah, I think Barca Real, honestly. It'd be nice to see one of those in the final.
it would be nice to see.
That'd be cool.
You brought up Yamal.
Mm-hmm.
A few months ago, they came out with like what Yamal's training program was.
Right.
Supposedly he trained. Do you think that's real?
What is it? Explain.
It was like 5 days a week where he dedicated each day like 3 hours to each day after practice to personal training. And one day was dedicated to dribbling, the other day was dedicated to the weak foot. I don't think it was real. But, I mean, you can't get that good without training on the side. You know what I mean?
I mean, I wouldn't put it past. You're getting paid millions of dollars. That's your craft. I mean, we go and do it for free. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
true.
imagine. And you have somebody there ready to do it whenever you want. You know, it's like got sessions on. So I believe it. I mean, yeah, why not? And he's, 17? He's got nothing else to do.
Where were you at 17? You know, trying to play college maybe? That's insane, dude. At 17 to have already won the Euros, on your way to champions.
One of the top teams in the world. One of the best players.
It's crazy.
That is 17 years old.
Let's talk about professional soccer in Oklahoma City.
Okay.
You know, just as well as I do, that Oklahoma City's pro soccer team is gearing up for a rebrand. I don't know if you knew, but they threw energy out the window a long time ago. They wanted to start something fresh and new. So they came out with 5 names, and they're going to pick one of the 5. Let me know which one of them is your favorite.
Okay.
We got the OKC Bison FC.
Bison. Okay.
Bison FC. OKC Lightning FC. OKC Lightning FC. OKC Thunder. OKC Lightning.
Yeah.
OKC Thunderbird FC.
Okay.
Thunderbird FC. OKC United. Okay. OKC Wind FC. Wind FC. You know, considering how windy it was yesterday.
Yeah.
Wind FC.
Did that name just come from yesterday?
No, it was before the wind came in. What are your thoughts on the names?
Lightning.
Lightning?
I would say lightning.
You think lightning would
Thunder
be?
and lightning.
Thunder and Lightning.
Thunder and
Lightning
Lightning.
FC.
I mean, if we missed that chance.
You think Lightning hits?
Yeah, I would say so.
Lightning?
Why not?
Lightning. If it was up to me, I think Lightning, Thunderbird, and United are
Lightning
top
or United? I don't know. United's kind of basic.
3. OKC United.
OKC United. OKC Lightning FC.
Lightning FC does hit. Not Bison? No. Wind? You don't even know what the OKC Wind?
Oh, come on, man. Imagine. We might be the laughing stock after that.
I mean, Las Vegas is... What is Las Vegas? The Lights? Las Vegas Lights?
What, their soccer team?
Yeah.
Oh, I have no idea. Man.
Las Vegas Lights?
Yeah, see, we can't be...
Nah, I think Lightning
We'll
would
end
hit.
up on a podcast, somebody talking trash on us.
Your favorite fan-voted color choices.
Okay.
Blue for the Oklahoma State flag, red for the red dirt in the sunset, or green. That ties to the Oklahoma sports history. And if you don't like those 3, which
I would say red or green.
red or green?
Red or green. Green probably just because it was before. There's a lot of gear already like that. Red would be nice too. I mean, it stands out. I don't know. Blue is I think blue's already the Thunder. I think, we should let that be. Probably go green. I would say green.
If we were Lightning, probably be like a
Yellow?
Yeah.
Yellow?
I like white and black, though.
Yellow and blue go together too. Thunder and...
Yellow and blue? Man, but that'd look kind of weird on the field, don't you think? Just the yellow and blue?
No, I mean, but Thunder's blue and yellow,
That's
Lightning's
true.
yellow, make their own uniform. But
That's true. That's true.
Complementary
That's true.
colors.
A lot of people aren't happy about the suggestions, man. They took over 10,000 votes and are
About
upset
those 5
about the 5
suggestions? Well, I mean,
yeah.
I'm not going to lie. There's 3 of those that I probably...
The thing about that is that it's hard to please everybody.
That's true. That's true. Very true. Trust.
No name is going to check
Never.
everyone's boxes, so eventually some people are going to be upset about it, but...
But I'm not going to lie. I didn't know the names before you told me. And
Really?
there had been people that said Lightning already. And so the fact that you brought Lightning up, it was just... Maybe they had heard them already too, but I just, I had that in mind already when I was thinking, so... It would make sense though, right?
Yeah, I like Lightning. The way that you put it, Lightning does make sense. Lightning, Thunder, that Makes sense to me. And it's kind of catchy. OKC Lightning.
OKC Lightning FC.
Lightning FC. Lightning FC.
You know what I mean?
The Thunder, Lightning.
I think at the end of the day, whatever they pick, everybody's going to support. We're just happy to have a team back, you know? It's just another – Oklahoma City's growing. It's like just adding another professional team is going to be nice to, you know, just like – it's nice going to the Thunder games, but it's going to be nice having another team to go support also.
Down the street from the Thunder, too.
Downtown's going to be nice.
You do go to a lot of Thunder games, don't you? You got to connect.
I do. She shout out to Raina. I do training with her kids, and she's been really nice about giving us some tickets to some Thunder games. So it's been fun. Yeah, we like to go. Party at the Thunder games.
Considering we're number 1 in the West now, right?
It's been fun these last 2 years going while we're good. You know, we always went while the games or like while the team wasn't that good. So it's been nice, you know, knowing that our city's on the map because of them.
For sure. Who's your MVP for the season? For sure, huh?
No, don't play with me.
He got robbed last year.
They're talking about how he's gonna maybe get robbed this year. I hope not.
Would you be surprised? Probably not.
Jokic is good, man. Jokic is good. I was talking to Mateos about this the other night. He thinks Jokic is gonna win. I'm pro Thunder, so Shea, but I don't know.
He did like a, 20-20-20 the other day?
30-20 and 20.
30-20 and 20.
Yeah, that's crazy. They were just talking about that I was at the barbershop. They were talking about how and he's doing that against like professional athletes. Like, that's crazy too.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think it'd be unfair to give it to him considering how good Shea's been the past 3-4 years.
It's just for me that Shea's like doing what he's doing and his team is number 1 right now. So. And
his younger team, you know what I mean? Less all-stars, you know, on it. Jokic got, you know, Westbrook, Gordon, you know, other
Murray, all those guys.
Those veterans that have been in the game for a lot longer. So I think Shea deserves it. Number 1 in many categories. You know what I mean? And dude, I just love watching Shea play. He plays with such like he doesn't look like he's ever in a rush. Right. You know what I mean?
He's so calm and collected. It's not like watching him play live. It's nice watching somebody that's mastered their craft, you know, like whatever sport you're playing. Like, it's just nice to see somebody that's that guy in that sport, you know. So it's just, for me, he's here. He's playing for OKC, you know, so that's cool too.
It's crazy, dude. OKC has landed many people that are going to be NBA legends. You know what I mean? Like top
absolutely.
75.
Absolutely.
We're crazy lucky to have that, dude.
Sam Presti,
dude. They need to get that guy. No, we have good.
Him and MVP, right?
MVP, right? Of course. That's crazy. Are you excited for the new stadium coming in?
Yeah, it's gonna be cool. I'm excited for everything new that's coming here. Like, just I'm from Tulsa, so it's like, just like deciding to move here and now seeing the cities like start to develop too, and me being at an age now where it's like kind of not affecting me, but like I will be affected by some of the stuff that's happening as like if I decide to kind of settle down here and everything like that, you know. So I'm excited for it. It's gonna be cool. I think this is gonna be a destination city here shortly, and we'll probably attract even more stars, whatever sports we decide.
For sure. Are you thinking of settling down in OKC, bro?
I've been here, what?
Is that something that you think about pretty often?
Yeah, sometimes I do. I tell a lot of people, like, it'd be cool to move or something, but I think just, again, like, with my line of work and just having everything kind of set up for me right now, it's just really wouldn't make sense at the moment. I think, like, you know, if I got offered a job like some of these guys to go coach at a college or something like that, or, you know, it'd be different. I think that would maybe be my next goal, is to do something like that, maybe get involved in the high school. But it's been good. Everything's been good for me right now. So, I mean, yeah, I could see myself definitely, like, especially with everything going on, you know, it's like I can definitely see myself being here for another 10 years.
That's what I was going to ask you. I don't think you've ever done high school, have you?
No, never. I've only done club. That's about it.
Is there a reason?
Not really. Well, like I said, I start usually my day about 3 o'clock, Monday through Friday. So, I mean, it's kind of hard, too, doing high school because I'd have to sacrifice a couple private lessons and then, like,
the afternoons of the games.
You know, being there.
It cuts into your pocket.
Not only that. I mean, I don't, you know, it's just like games are normally on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I already have team sessions on Tuesday evenings, Thursday evenings. Don't really have any other free evenings besides Friday evenings, which sometimes the games are there. And then Monday, Wednesday evenings, I'm at Score for Soccer Allies. And so this is all stuff that I've had set up. So it's kind of selfish of me to try to do something else and put those guys on the back burner. So, again, it's those two things have allowed me to kind of flourish as a coach. So I'm very grateful for them, coaching club and working at Soccer Allies. So that's why I haven't pursued it. You know, I've been asked before, but it just hasn't made sense for me yet.
I don't know why, but coaching high school just seems to have so much weight. Like it looks
Think so
good.
too, yeah.
It looks good to be a high school coach. I've seen people that coach high school and not do club and get pretty far doing high school,
no, I've
or
seen it
eventually
too.
start coaching college. And it just makes me scratch my head because it seems harder to do club than high school.
Right.
But I mean, for some reason, high school coaches just have more weight. You know.
I think high school too, it's like if you get involved in that first, it's different too versus me. Like I said, I kind of have my schedule set and know, like, all right, I'm going to be Monday through Friday, boom, boom, boom. Versus if you start in the high school, you know the same thing. Monday through Friday, I'm going to be boom, boom, boom. So you don't schedule anything at those times, right? So that's kind of how I am. I think if time ever freed up or, you know, something were to happen that I wasn't starting as early, then I would definitely, you know, pursue and look into it. But as of right now, you know, just for me, things are going good, and I'm able to coach a lot of different kids too at those times. So it's nice, you know, it's half a dozen here or there, right?
Yeah, I mean, not to pick specifics, but would you do like a 4A, 5A, 6A? What would be your ideal high school?
I don't think I would have a preference, honestly. I would just be appreciative of anybody that wanted me to coach for their high school. I mean, I went to a 6A at Union, you know, so, but no, I definitely, I never have thought about that, actually. I don't think I ever would put a preference on it, you know. I'd just be happy to coach if I was given the opportunity.
To go back to Union and coach Union if they ask?
Ooh, that would be nice.
That'd be nice. That's a big campus, big program. You're
That'd
getting
be
like
cool.
120 kids to try out.
That'd be cool.
Three JV teams, a freshman team, a varsity team.
That's how it was when we were there. We had 2 JVs and a varsity.
I remember we talked about that when you were here last.
So, no, that'd be nice. That'd be something to consider for sure. Family's back in Tulsa too. So
Are they?
Yeah. Mom and dad and sister are there. So, you know, be moving closer to family too. But,
You brought up family and how they just came back from India.
yeah.
Do you know what the soccer's like in India?
No, I don't. I hear it's not bad though. I mean, there's a couple of like professional teams there, not where I'm from personally, but just around the area. So, I mean, I'm sure that if you were to compare, the teams are like not as good here, but I bet the support and everything that they see and all that is the same over there that it is here. I mean, there's way more people over there too. So,
Yeah.
basketball is not really a thing over there. Neither is football. So,
It's cricket.
exactly. So, I mean,
But considering they're like one of the most populated places on earth, they could have potential to be great. But I mean, China's the same way. You know, a lot of people, but not a great soccer. But that's why I heard that they're trying to expand the number of teams qualifying in the World Cup because India and China are just great big markets. You know what I mean? For more money, you want
of course
those countries to participate. So I don't know. Maybe Tage can go back there and run a few
One
clinics
day.
India.
Yeah. Hey,
That'd look cool, right?
That would be.
Oh,
Again,
Tage
I'm
is
open
running
to all
clinics in
this
India.
stuff. Yeah, I'm open to all of it. You know, I don't limit myself to anything. So I think that'd be cool.
That'd be
cool.
sick.
Yeah.
That'd be sick. Yeah, I don't know. I think about that. Where my parents are from Mexico, every now and again, I'm like, oh, maybe we should donate some balls or go down there and dedicate some time. But we ain't got the time like that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Not right now, at least.
Have you been keeping up with any high school soccer?
No, not really. I don't. Honestly, I can't tell you that I do. I train a couple of the kids from Deer Creek. Some of the kids from Crossings.
Deer Creek looks pretty good this
Yeah.
year.
Who else do I have? Some of the kids from Piedmont too.
Piedmont looks pretty good this year too.
But I guess some of the kids are middle school. Some of the kids are just hitting high school. So I get not confused, but like talking to all the kids that I do, sometimes I can't differentiate. So it's like, oh yeah, so and so was playing. And they're like, no, they didn't. I'm like, oh well, they're in this grade. It's middle school soccer. Oh okay, I didn't have all that when I was growing up. So it was like high school or nothing, you know. So
Yeah.
but no, yeah, I mean. There's so many, you know. It's like there's so much stuff to keep up with. I feel like you just gotta pick what you want to, you know, and then just hear about it later from the other people when you like Football Factory, for example, right? I get on there, I see all the different highlights and stuff like that I'm scrolling through and stuff. So you guys keep me updated.
That makes me want to put my phone down, considering how much high school newsfeed is on there. It's just
Yeah,
so much that has to get posted and not posted. It's been crazy this year. Not to toot my own horn, but we've reached 1.7 million views in the past 30 days just by posting high school stuff, man.
Do it. Toot your horn. What do you mean? That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people that like high school soccer,
Yeah.
dude. High school
That's
soccer
cool.
is like huge here. I mean, but rightly so. Like, I don't know. Some people prefer high school over club.
I think that was a big when I was growing up, that was a big debate too. I was more focused on club because I didn't get a lot of playing time in high school. Again, I went to a 6A, so I was focused more through club. But you know, it's different. It depends. Like if you're that starter, all-star guy at high school, you're gonna get more looks probably through there. If you're that guy in club, you know, you might get more looks through there. So this nowadays is different. I don't know how everybody's recruited now. It's like word of mouth. People are going watching games, showcases, different stuff like that. It's way different nowadays than it was back when I was playing. Not back, you know, it's not too far ago, but
Yeah, I know. How did I probably asked you this the first time, but how did that opportunity for you to go to MacU come up again?
So to go to MacU, I went to go like play with Paul and T-Mac. You know, so we went to just go like scrimmage, and that's when they were doing MacU used to do like these open runs. You remember?
Yeah. It was futsal day that day too, I think, right?
No. That day was outdoor.
Oh.
Futsal, they hadn't done too much futsal yet.
But you did show up for a court session, right? When we played on a basketball court? I might be wrong. But you showed up for an outdoor.
Maybe. I did show up for an outdoor, though. That's when I went with Paul and T-Mac, and then played, talked a little bit with, you know, Zach and Evan. They liked how I played. One thing led to another, and then ended up signing, and then I think it was like moved in like 10 days later, something like that. The turnaround was really quick. So like I was a late signee, super late.
I was as well, dude. I was in Mexico and then saw that Javier signed, and I was like, yeah, I'll go too.
Yeah,
and then I tied myself in. And
I think that's how it was with Paul and T-Mac. You know,
have you talked to Paul?
Yeah. Not for, I think, when was the last time I spoke with him?
Shout out to Paul.
Yeah, shout out to Paul, right? I need to talk to him. I need to send him a message.
Send it to him right now.
All right, here, let me talk now.
Right through the camera.
Paul, hope you're doing good. I hope you see this. I need to reach out to you. I need to link up for real.
Likewise.
That's my boy.
Likewise.
Yeah, that's my boy from back then. Played club together, went to college together. So he's from Sand Springs, Tulsa area too. So T-Mac also. But they were big on, you know, why I went to MacU. I had gone to a couple of different visits. I went to like a visit for Southwestern College in Kansas. And that was like on the way back. I stopped at Paul's dad's office, and he was giving me the information. And again, one thing led to another, and I'm really happy that I ended up there, and, you know, everything turned out how it did. Now I'm here, and everything's been good. You know, I would never like go. I don't think I'd do it differently if I could go back. I had a lot of fun at MacU. I've met a lot of cool people, you included. So it's like it's been nice. It's been cool. Oklahoma City's been really home for me. You know, second home. So
T-Mac is now, wasn't it like a principal now?
Yeah, he is. He's been doing good, huh?
Is it in Moore that he's?
I thought it was Midwest City. We're gonna have to edit that.
That's crazy though. Like a principal.
T-Mac, a principal, huh?
I mean, some people you can see it. You know, some people you can see that have it in them. Some people you're just like, wow. Yeah. You know what I mean?
T-Mac was always like just like a big kid for me, so that's why it's like funny to see it. But he's doing good. I mean, he says that he enjoys it, and I bet he makes good connections with the kids too because of how he is, you know. Dude. So I'm sure that he does well at it. He seems like he enjoys it though. I talked to him a couple times. I've hung out with him a couple times.
Being a principal is just the leader of the whole building. Can you imagine?
Crazy.
I don't know, man.
I couldn't do it.
I want to be a teacher because I like the teacher-coaching combo.
Yeah.
You know, I think people that are teachers and coach have it figured out.
Sure.
That might not be the case for everybody, but I also want to be able to spend more time with the kids too. You know, summers, springs, winters.
Absolutely. Kids keep you young.
Yeah, they do, dude. And tired, man. It's a game.
It's a trip for sure.
You don't have kids, but you got Rocky.
Yeah, shout out my boy Rocky.
Hey, Rocky, if you're watching this.
Yeah, shout out Rocky, yeah. Rocky's a handful, man.
It's a brown lab?
Yeah, chocolate lab. He's like a horse, dude. Everybody.
How old is Rocky now?
He's 4. He's going to be 5 this year.
Really?
Yeah, that's crazy, huh? He's going to be 5.
Birthday?
April 20th.
Oh, his birthday's coming up.
Yeah, it's going to be coming up, so.
That's funny. Last time I had you on was in April.
Yeah.
And Paulo was joking around about, hey, man, he's not going to invite me to Rocky's birthday party. Rocky's birthday parties are... We had
one birthday party for Rocky that gets talked about still. We have to do another one now that he's 5. Yeah. It's like a big accomplishment. No, I'm just kidding.
Everybody talks about that birthday party.
Yeah, everybody knows. That's crazy. That's so funny. That was his first one. That was fun. Yeah.
You had dogs there too, huh?
Yeah, we tried.
Yeah, dude, that's tough, man. You bring someone into Rocky's territory.
Yeah, he's crazy. I love him, but yeah, he's crazy.
Dude, I got 2 dogs myself, and
I think one of them was there. One of them came. Boomer, right?
No, Boomer's my brother.
Oh, Boomer's not.
Boomer's
Okay,
my brother.
okay.
Boomer's a great dog.
Boomer's
He's
cool.
a chill
Yeah.
dog.
Shout out Boomer.
But my dogs got into one of my sneakers yesterday, bro.
Oh no.
You know how upset I was?
Yeah,
my
would have been
familiar
too.
shoes. I was so pissed, man.
Dude, no, Rocky knows better than that.
I was like, dude, I don't want my dogs anymore.
No,
It's pained me to say it.
dang.
And my wife is, the voice of reason. She was like, it's not their fault.
Right.
Like, they don't know.
Right. They should.
Like, what do you mean? Like, these are my sneakers. Like,
No, Rocky knows. That's one thing
Rocky
Rocky
knows.
knows. No, I'm lucky though. He might be crazy. I tell everybody like Rocky's crazy. He doesn't know how to act sometimes, but he doesn't go to the bathroom in the house. He doesn't chew up my stuff like that. Like, so he's good for the most part.
yeah, once you have a dog trained, they're a delight.
I don't know
But
if he's
getting in
trained, but he does all right inside.
Oh, man. Hey, well, shout out to Rocky.
Shout
man.
out to Rocky.
Shout out to Rocky.
It's my boy.
Hey, did you buy a house?
No, not yet. Not
Okay.
yet. Still renting. But man, I tried.
It's hard, bro.
I got snagged by a realtor. when
No
I was
way.
Yeah, like we were gonna do it, and then we put an offer and everything, and then it was it was on Facebook at first, right? So we went, we looked, boom. This is like 2 years ago, maybe. So I don't know what the market was looking like, but the offer was already on top of over, asking,
Yeah.
and then it went from we were talking to him for like a week, and then on Facebook it went from I don't know what it was available to pending.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, oh, nice, pending, homeowner almost. And then just never heard back from the realtor. And then
that's a terrible realtor.
Yeah, so
Put him on blast. I'm kidding. Don't.
I wish I could remember his name. I don't have a problem doing it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not like that. But no, that's cool though because it all worked out. I'm in a cool house right now, so
Man, I don't own it. I'm paying for it, but I'm not renting. But dude, my mortgage bumped up $600 the other day.
dang.
That's the problem of
Yeah.
owning your dang
Right.
house. Taxes went up, insurance went up, and there's just nothing I can
Everything
do
goes
about
up.
it.
Yeah, you have to pay it. You
I
have
was
to
pissed,
live.
bro.
I would have been too.
I called my insurance and said, "Hey, dude, what's going on?" Well, the price to rebuild your house if it breaks down is more expensive. I was like, that makes no sense.
Right. It's not my fault.
Whatever. For the first time in my life, I contemplated renting. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? But
yeah.
it is what it is, man. That's terrible. But what can you do?
Nothing. There's
can you
nothing.
do?
You gotta live life, right?
Yeah. Well, if you ever need a good realtor, bro, hit me up.
I got you. Okay,
I got
cool,
family
cool.
members that'll help you out with that.
Yeah. Hopefully, I don't have another bad experience.
Nah, that's the worst part is the negotiating and the pending
Yeah,
and
right.
waiting and then figuring out that you need other documents for your lender and then
You already got to do all that when you rent. You know what I'm saying?
You
So
do?
it's just a whole other thing. Yeah, you got to prove all this stuff. You have to feel like you might have to do more, proving history and things like that, so they know if you're good or bad. Or
Well, then your job is a little bit different. Your job I compare it to a barber. It's kind of harder to prove your finances
Yeah.
since you're getting paid through an
that's true
unconventional
too,
way.
right?
So you have to be more stringent on how you get paid, how you file your taxes. You know what I mean? I guess these are topics that most personal trainers might not.
No, we know about it. We're broke on paper. No, I'm just
You're
kidding.
broke on paper?
No, I'm
Did I
just
give
kidding.
those tips to those personal trainers that might need to do their taxes? No, but I mean, you got to be able to prove to be able to qualify for.
Right. No, that's
for
the
a
thing.
good
That's
loan
why
too,
it's funny.
so-
That I mean, it's a joke, but it's not. Right? It is because it is hard to do that when, a lot of the income does come like that. So, but no, it's good. We figure it out.
Anybody teach you that? Tell you about hey man, you gotta do, or was it just I need to buy something, and then you learn that way?
No, my dad helps me out a lot. Me and my dad are pretty close when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Is he
So.
CPA?
No, he just
He
knows
just
how to do a
knows.
lot of stuff. He does the hotels and everything. So
Oh, okay.
he does a little bit of the tax work, but my stuff is a little bit more just because there's some crypto involved and all that stuff, things like that. So that gets kind of difficult.
Yeah.
So I'm at the point now I gotta pay somebody to do it. So
Yeah,
it's all good. But you get your tax return and everything like that. So it's all good.
What's your crypto portfolio looking like, man?
Right now, I haven't touched it probably for a little bit. I haven't gotten into anything. I got a couple of XRP when it was dropped, just on the off chance that it goes. But I haven't touched anything really. I've just been holding,
Smart. You're smart.
So it's been so volatile.
It's been super volatile,
It's
man.
just up and down,
We were expecting it to go the other way, but rules and people put their own stuff in it and cause the market to do its own thing. And Bro, it's crazy times right now, man.
It is. It's I remember just like watching it, like, dang, that's crazy. It was supposed to go the other way.
That's why they sell. What is it? Buy the rumor, sell the news.
Yeah, something like that.
It's crazy, man, because I have a bit in my crypto and a bit in stocks, and it's like the best thing you could do is just play the long-term game and not get emotional and try to make a quick buck, because that's when you always get bit by the bug. But
yeah, unless you have like time to just sit at your computer for like 3 hours straight, it's gonna be a little bit difficult for you.
Which nobody does, and even then, that makes you go crazy trying to day trade something that's as volatile. Can't do that.
It's hard.
Maybe with some bots, that can automatically trade with 5% changes. I don't know.
Not me though. No financial advice here.
No financial advice here, bro. We just talk soccer here, and we don't know what we're talking about at all.
Half the time.
Right? So just switch it up. Talk about soccer, dude. MLS next.
Okay.
Broke news. There's going to be 2 teams in Oklahoma doing MLS next. Is it Greenville?
Yeah, I think so. I think. I don't want to butcher them.
Yeah,
Sorry. Shout out to
French,
them. Yeah.
Hopefully I can have one of them on here to explain it, but it is coming to Sporting Oklahoma.
Sporting too, yeah, that's nice too. That was a big announcement. That was nice. Hopefully draw some more players over to us and everything like that too. I think it'll be a good opportunity for the kids that are interested and that have been talking about it. So don't have to leave Oklahoma for it anymore.
That's true. It'll be coming here to you in Oklahoma. What do you think about it?
I think it's gonna be nice. I always tell people, like, league-wise, I don't keep up too much with the leagues and stuff. I know, like, ECNL, ECRL, all that stuff, but when I was growing up, it was like 1 tier, 2. There wasn't all these different tiers of the same.
It makes it hard to keep up with it,
right? But I think it'll be good though. We, to my knowledge, at Sporting didn't have anything like that before. So now it's just like it's going to be an avenue for the kids to make that jump that want to. So I think it'll be good for the boys over at Sporting.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of mixed things about it. There's a lot of people that are excited about it. They're for it. A lot of people that aren't excited for it. To other people, it's another acronym, another league. Yeah. Some people say it won't be MLS next pro. It'll be like a second division.
Sure.
Everyone has their pros and cons to it. Sounds like you're for it though.
Yeah, why not? It's just like, it could, if it's not the top tier, it's not the top tier. It is what it is. It's still another program or another avenue for anybody that wants to advocate for their kid going professional, right? I'm not saying that, by taking that route, it's going to guarantee it, but it's just another avenue that you don't have to drive to Dallas or Kansas or Arkansas, wherever the team is that you want to go play for, So I think it'll be good. Why not? I'm all for anything that can help further the kids' advancement to get to play professional if that's what they want to do, Yeah. There wasn't stuff like that when we were growing up, so it's just nice to be part of a club where that is right now and it's just being introduced, so I'm excited. I think it'll be good.
Nice. It might not take you pro, but you know what could take you pro is personal training with Tage.
Right. There you go.
Personal training with Tage.
No, yeah, for sure. No, I think, again, like I said, I think it'll be good for anybody that does want to, boys-wise, for anybody that does want to attempt or maybe try and see, and that they're not in the right position at the current club that they're in. I don't see why not.
It's only boys, huh?
For the MLS next, yeah. For the MLS
Girls
next.
have ECNL.
ECNL and the GA, I think, right? Something like, yeah.
I don't know, bro. It's a lot.
No, I think they do. I think that's what the girls' side is for the professional.
For your 2012s?
That's what they would be, I believe. I hope I'm not wrong, because then I'm just talking here and then people are going to think I'm dumb. So,
hey, man, it's a podcast, dude. You can't, if you're getting all your information from us on a podcast, then you're doing something wrong, bro.
Sorry about you.
Please refer to the professionals. Right. Did you watch the Sidemen charity match? Probably not, huh?
Was that with all the streamers?
Yeah.
I've seen the highlights, though.
What are your thoughts on that, man? I'm for
That's cool, though. That's cool. Why not, right? Like, that'd be... I always said, like, if we could do something like that here, like, with the coaches of different clubs and things like that, that'd be cool, right?
Coaches, Sporting Oklahoma against the Energy
OFC,
coaches against the WSA.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But, like, no, I like it. Stuff like that is cool. Like, I enjoy watching the celebrity game when it comes for All-Star Weekend for basketball and things like that. I like watching all that, like, the Pro Bowl and stuff, like, just, like, different, like, it's so... You watch serious, like, for real soccer year-round. It's just nice to, like, have a weekend where you're like, yeah, we're going to... I watch this guy stream all the time. Now I'm going to watch him play soccer, So it's cool. I like it. I enjoy that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I liked it too. I think if the MLS did that, something similar to that, it would work a lot better than what they do for their All-Star weekend. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, getting to see Kai score a goal off a speed assist is crazy.
Right, yeah.
Which is like the third. Adidas put out that video, and it's their third most viewed video ever.
Yeah.
And they got videos of Messi.
And you know Kyson has Nike, right?
Is he?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm pretty sure he's Nike.
What an
guy.
opportunity to put him on there.
Yeah.
But that's crazy. Look, I got some stats here. They had 2.7 million live viewers on YouTube, like in one time watching on viewers. They sold out Wembley. And then they also generated 2.4 million for charity too.
That's crazy.
Which you can't say anything. But you get to see Logan, you get to see Mr. Beast, you get to see Speed, and all those other people. Man, I think it's crazy. I think it's cool how people like that are turning soccer, more modern, more fun, because soccer's an old game, and some people think they got to change it up to make it more interesting, which I can see that.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think you necessarily have to change the game itself, but just adding stuff like that to draw interest. Like, imagine if all those people really sat down that watched the game because they wanted to see their favorite streamer. Well, just watch a serious game and see some of these, like, how many of these highlights that we see at least online that we watched live and we're like, that's an amazing goal watching it on replay. But then you're just sitting there watching the game and boom, it happens live and you're like, nice. Like, so many goals I can remember that watching live, like, that you see still to this day. And it's like, like the Van Persie goal where he heads the ball, right? It's like, I remember watching that game, just like different stuff like that where it's cool. Like, more people should watch soccer. You see a lot of cool stuff, like a lot of cool stuff. Even if you don't know what's going on or how to play, like, you see a lot of cool stuff.
That's the power of influencers, man. Influencers changing the game.
If
a match, let's say the new stadium, a multi-purpose stadium opens up, and then they send a letter to all the clubs in Oklahoma and be like, hey, get your best coaches. I'm just going to throw a little charity tournament to see what club has the best team.
out there.
What club do you think would make the finals and win it? What clubs do we have out here? You're in the club game. We have Sporting.
OEFC, WSA, NWO, Celtic. Cosmos.
Sorry for leaving anyone out.
Man, I don't know. I got to be selfish. Sporting.
Sporting for sure.
Yeah, right? I mean,
what position would you play?
Center, attack, and mid.
Who would be your forward? Tell me the coaches. Give me the starting
you
11.
Okay, let's see if we can do it. Let's see. Okay, dude, we got some talent over there. All right?
Sporting Oklahoma starting 11.
And I don't know all the coaches there. I don't know everybody's quality, so I apologize. If I put you on the wrong spot.
Based on the people Tage knows.
Okay, so I think we're gonna go. We'll put Zach Bice forward.
Okay.
Zach Bice forward. He coaches up there.
He does?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
We go.
We're ready to catch his forearm.
We'll probably go me, Dressel, and then Juan in the middle.
Juan's pretty technical, bro.
You know what I mean. So
Mustang head coach. Shout out to Juan. Juan Lucas.
We got Flash center back.
Okay.
Big Flash in the center back. I believe AJ plays goalie, so we got AJ in goal. You got to see where to put Brad. We got Brad out there. He can run up the wing or he can be a outside back. Who else we got? Let's think. We got Tavo, he's out there coaching too, yeah. Abel, we can put on the other outside. Yeah,
I think he can still run.
Yeah, he can.
I'm joking.
Who else do we got out there? Trying to think. Can we do women too? Can we? Yeah. Brianna Goodwin. Okay. She'd be in there. I'm trying to think. There's another. I think there's another. Yeah, she does coach out there. I think there's another girl coach too. I don't know her name though. What am I at? I don't even know what I'm at right now.
I don't either.
That sounds like a stag squad already.
It does sound like a stag squad. I don't know, man. Energy does have some pretty foreign coaches that, have played.
They got a lot of coaches to choose from, you know what I'm saying? We
might be Sporting and Energy in the finals, huh?
For sure. Sporting taking it. No, I'm just kidding. Shout out to those coaches at Energy, too. I know a lot of those guys also. Quality guys, quality players, quality coaches.
A lot of players out there, man. Mm-hmm. I see they put out their coaching roster. They have like 6 to 7 teams per age group, dude. That's insane.
It is. That's. I mean, it just goes to show. I mean, there's no denying it. They are a big club, probably the biggest here in Oklahoma. So that's good for them. I mean, as long as they have enough coaches to accommodate the teams and everything like that, I don't see why they can't have all those teams.
Yeah, I mean, I think about the directing side of it, or when it comes time to, put out that coaching slate.
It's hard.
Unfortunately, not everyone is happy after those coaching slates gets put out, and that's just part of the coaching. You know what I mean? Like, that's a tough decision to be making. You know? I would love for coach to stay with the team all throughout, but I don't know, you know better than I do. Sometimes it's just not possible.
It's not. You don't want to get used to one particular coach, depending on, like, I think at academy it's different, but as you get older, I think it benefits a player to have different coaching styles or be coached by different coaches, you know what I mean? Like, not every coach is going to be me. I'm not going to be a high school coach for my player, nor a college coach for my player, nor, if they want to pursue a higher level than what my team is, I'm not going to be that coach either, So you're going to have to see different coaches. The same thing on, like, playing different positions, Like, you have to learn the game, you have to learn the position. So it's the same way. I mean, I would prefer to stay with my kids the longer, on the long haul, but I know that's not how it works, you know what I mean? So that's I think it's nice to be able to introduce my coaching to different teams and different people too, that I don't normally get to coach. So
that's true, because you might get, as a player, stuck with a coach you don't like. Mm-hmm. And you're gonna have to deal with it. You know what I mean? You could jump ship, but what really would that teach you? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure.
That sucks, dude. Could you see yourself as a coaching director making those tough decisions, or would you much rather just like to? You seem like the type that would just be like,
I like to coach. I like to coach. No, I could do it though. I think it's not outside of what I'm capable of, but I like to coach. I mean, I can move teams. Like I can go to different teams and be like, I can just make that connection. I'm really good at doing that. So I enjoy like being on just the coach's side. I think I don't like dealing with the stress and all that stuff of an administrator, So I already kind of do enough of that, like just kind of scheduling my own stuff and things like that. So it's just like coaching teams I try to take a little bit easier. So
it seems like you take your personal training a little bit more serious.
I think so. I think I do. I mean, I tell people most of my income comes through my private training. So
I guess that's the beauty of private training, is that it gives you that flexibility to be fluid with whoever you coach, whatever you coach, however you want to coach, as opposed to being club, because there's only so much you can do with 15 players.
Yeah, exactly.
There's only so much you can impact 15 players, where really the impact comes outside of practice, the free time that you have with the ball afterwards. So that does make a lot of sense. Yeah. Where do you see yourself in 5 years, bro? Probably coaching high school, you said, maybe?
Be nice, yeah. Coaching high school. Hopefully taking a higher role maybe in a club. I'd like to be maybe like a technical director or something like that, just to kind of add some stuff for the kids. And like I said, I was already focused on the developmental side of it, so I think that would be nice. But, still coaching, maybe in a high school. I think by 5 years, I think my goal would be college by that point, if I really wanted to. But just to revamp, maybe even to kind of start my own private lesson company, I guess. Not company, but,
like a brand,
small group
maybe.
Brand, right? Like React is there right now, but I think React is more so associated with the futsal and the speed and agility versus I'd want to do my own, like, small group type deal, So I think that's where I would see. There's a couple of different options I have. It's for sure coaching still. I enjoy it a lot, so it's been nice for me.
Yeah, I don't see you doing anything else but soccer.
Yeah. So far, so good.
Is that something that you had always...
No, man, honestly. I thought when I finished college, I was going to go back and work with my dad.
Oh, really?
And I did. I moved back for 6 months, and then it just wasn't working. And so that's when,
You just weren't happy.
No, started working at Verizon. Shout out that boy Nani. Nani got me
No
the
way.
job. Yeah. Nani was up there. He's like, yo, come through. I was like, all right, cool. So I went. I worked there. And then that's when Rafa started getting me coaching a little bit. And then I made that transition. Score OKC got built. And then it was just like boom, 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 boom.
Started going
and OKC came up at the time, too, when I was coaching academy. So then from there, it was not smooth sailing, but sailing nonetheless.
That's crazy. If you bought your phone from my brother, man...
Yeah, if you bought your phone 5 years ago and it's having some problems.
Verizon. That's funny. I had no idea that my brother got you into that Verizon job.
Yeah, he got me in and then he dipped.
That sounds like my brother. Joking.
No, for real though. He was not a big part, but at that time, like getting into a job like that, it helped if you knew somebody. So he was like, all right, cool.
Fortunately, that's what life is about, bro. Not what you know, but who you know.
Right, I've learned that big time,
dude. Especially, I can't imagine what it's like in this coaching and soccer, dude. It's probably more so in coaching and soccer than in corporate life.
I'm always having conversations wherever I go, whenever I'm out, just like talking randomly. If I'm waiting for food or something like that, just like, hey, what's going on? Da da da. One thing leads to another. exchange phone numbers. Maybe they call for a lesson, maybe they don't. But the fact that they got my number is like I'm better off than not giving it out.
Yeah,
so.
That's true, dude. I was trying to explain that to my 7-year-old. Like it was just yesterday. I was like, what gets you far in life? It's how you treat people.
Right.
No,
for sure.
Not
you never know
what you do. It's just how you treat people because that's everything. Relationships are everything. Connections are everything. And
for sure.
The golden rule. I was like, what the golden rule is? He was like, with this big old swollen.
He
got his teeth taken out. Yeah. I was like, you got to treat people the way you want to be treated. And life is simple, man. That's it. There's nothing much to it.
Agreed.
Just be nice and it'll get paid back to you. Yeah, man. Dude, we've been on here for an hour already.
That's crazy.
You got training at 10.
I know, right?
This went by fast. Where are you training at?
Today we'll be at Bluff Creek. And then I got one of my people has a little indoor warehouse thing downtown, so I'll be there after that.
Indoor warehouse. I've seen a lot of these indoor warehouses
popping up, right? Yeah. It's over there close to Oklahoma City Boulevard, down the street from like Jones Assembly.
Yeah. Shout out to Peterson.
Peterson, yeah.
I haven't spoken to. We were trying to sit it down on him, but his Joga Bonito training has been kicking off.
Seen that. He's been posting a lot of videos. Good for him. That's another one of those guys that was there at MacU at the same time as me. So good for him.
So if you need personal training and you can't make it out to Tage, Tage. Joga Bonito training is another recommended
there's a bunch of really good guys around. It's not just me, too. I'll be the first to tell all my friends, like all these guys that are doing training, Rafa Berra, Rafa, Alvaro, who else is doing it? Mateos does too, you know. So like all my friends are doing it. So we don't discriminate. Just because you don't train with me, I don't have no resentment. As long as you're training with one of us, it's nice to just keep all these people in our circle. Not keep them in our circle, but it's nice to know like if you're not training with me, you're with one of my buddies that I've been with for a long time. So
the sun comes up for everybody.
Right,
There's enough players for everybody.
Absolutely.
And it probably makes the players that aren't getting personal training feel like they are getting left behind because they probably are. They're not getting those extra touches.
Again, there's no discrimination, right? If you're not doing personal training, hopefully you're at least doing some stuff on your own. I do think it's important to train extra outside of just your team sessions, whether that's you laying your cones down and doing it in the backyard at home versus just bouncing a ball off the wall. Touches are touches at the end of the day. You don't have to be organized or in a group or with the private lesson coach, Just go. You set some stuff down, dribble, look some stuff up on videos and things like that, It's a lot of resources for the kids nowadays, too. It's not just through me or through you or whoever. It's like, if you want to be better, there's an avenue for you to be better, right? It's not like, oh, no, I can't do this. I can't afford that. I can't do that. Like, no, man, there's something for everybody, regardless of who you are or what your situation is.
Have you thought of putting out maybe videos of skills kids can train?
I have thought about it. Man, it's just like...
It's just time consuming.
That's not my niche. Like, that's not my, I don't do that kind of stuff, I post, videos and things, but, either somebody's made it for me or somebody sent me the video or I'm, standing in the corner for, 2 minutes really quickly while I'm going back to coaching after that, So, but I try to if I can, if I have some free time or something like that. But I think, too, at this point.
Let your personal training do all the time.
Right. That's kind of how it is for me. So, but... No, I have seen some videos of some different coaches doing stuff like that I'd like to do. But again, summer's coming up too, so.
Summer's coming up. It's I hear you. When do I have time to do that when I'm already too busy doing personal training? So that's very true. Very true. Well, bro, do you have any closing thoughts? Anything you might want to add? I can add. Sunrise Soccer's coming back again.
Yeah.
We haven't announced it.
That's going to be cool.
We're still trying to get the group together to finalize details and everything. Yeah. But from what I can say, I believe it'll still be at Scissortail. It'll start early in June. And we're excited to see all the kids back.
Yeah, that's good.
We had 127 kids last year in one day. That was awesome. The most. And
you guys are doing good stuff, man. That's all. You guys were on the news last year too, or a couple years ago. I remember I was out in vacationing somewhere and I seen that you guys were on that, so that was cool.
It's oh snaps!
Yeah, the homies are doing it.
Yeah,
putting it on.
That's probably. I think it's year 8.
Yeah, it's been a long time. I remember when it was over there.
Wheeler Park.
Yeah.
Back when we started with 5 people, it was Chava, you, and Davo.
I went a couple times, yeah.
And then it just grew, man. People fiend for soccer, man. People want it.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
People think there isn't a soccer culture here. They're dead wrong.
No, for sure. There is a big time. If you want to get involved with it, you can definitely figure out how to get involved with it. I guess I will end on, as summer comes up, like I just said, if anybody's looking after we just talked for some private lessons or anything like that, feel free to reach out to me. Instagram, Facebook, phone number, whatever you have, contact me. And I'll be more than happy to see if I can accommodate your kid, so.
Score OKC, you can find him at Score OKC as well.
Yeah, Soccer Allies on the website now too. My contact information is there also. So
React training as well.
React training, yeah. I gotta.
Are you still going to be playing at Western?
We'll see. Yeah,
I
think so.
As free agent, we're not going to speak on what team we're going to be or what division.
Where the contract comes from, But we live for that, right?
Dude, people get paid out there to get paid. People get paid.
They do. I'm trying to be one of those people.
I mean,
no, I'm just kidding. I'm not that good anymore.
You get your lunches paid for afterwards, right? You get those tacos.
Lunches and beverages.
That's a salary, right there.
There you go. I'll take that. Salary. Lunches and beverages.
Well, I appreciate you for coming on, man. This feels like it went by too fast.
I know, right?
I feel like we just sat down, but low key, we got an hour and 8 minutes in. Your session's at 10.
Yeah.
Well, last time we got interrupted.
Yeah.
Rudely interrupted. I had to apologize to you afterwards because I didn't think that was fair.
It's all right.
Because I wanted to dedicate the whole podcast to you, but
now we got a round 2 in.
For sure. This was a little bit more professional.
Absolutely.
A little straight to the point. No BS with the Verizon salesman that walked into the podcast.
Salesman,
you know what I mean?
The Verizon salesman. Shout out Nani, though. Shout out
to Nani. Hey, I'm going to coach YMCA.
Mm-hmm.
I signed my son up for YMCA soccer.
Okay.
They didn't have a coach. I was going to be an assistant because I didn't want the responsibilities of being a coach, but they asked me if I could. Bro, you got any tips for me?
How old are they?
Under 8.
Under 8? Oh, man. Just be patient. Have fun. Just have fun and be patient. Like, one thing I learned, like, first coaching academy is, like, don't go with the session, like, have a session in mind, but have a very, like, broad, basic session. You know what I'm saying? That you can adjust or you can change up based off how the kids are acting that particular day or whatever, because they might come one day and you might run a very technical professional session and they kill it, and the next time they might come and you do the very basic and they won't figure it out, So that's one thing I learned. Come with the session, but make sure it's able to be tweaked to make it harder or make it easier, but like a very easy change, you know what I mean, as far as like adding another cone or taking a cone away. And then patience. Patience. You got to go like and just kind of like I went to the sessions like not expecting it to like go like, all right, these kids are out of school, they're like, energy. So like I would expect it to go that way, and when it didn't, the session would go by even faster. You know what I mean? So that's a big thing, coaching kids. Patience. It's not going to go your way. Trust me. I'm not going to be the first one to tell you. It's not. And on the off chance that it does, you say your prayer when you finish and you go home and you hope the next time it goes the same way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. And my son's going to be in there too, which I hope doesn't change anything, but it's inevitable. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, no, that's good for you. I'm happy for you. That's awesome.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've coached. That first training session should be pretty crazy.
Not
that I've been overthinking of it, but, I might just throw a ball in there, have them scrimmage so I can evaluate where they're at and kind of where things go from there.
What's going on? Yeah, Coach Ricky
on the scene, starting off at Y. Hey, before you know it, dude, I might quit my day job and just be like, hey,
come on,
that'd be a dream.
Never too late,
dude. Scores down the street. I live up there by the PC North area, so it's not that far for me to go. But yeah, man, we'll see what the Y brings to us.
Definitely, cool.
Well, I appreciate you for coming on, man.
No, I appreciate you for having me. Like I said, we've been meaning to do this, and I'm glad we can make it happen.
For sure. What do you think about the podcast, bro? Dude, I've been slacking.
That's all right. I enjoy it. I look forward to your updates. I watch some stuff, and I see all this, like, things that you're putting on and stuff like that. So, I mean, I wanted to come back on it. So, sure. I think what you guys are doing is awesome. You're putting on for Oklahoma City soccer culture, and what more can you ask for here in the city? Especially me being one of the coaches or one of the people that it's impacting too, So. Yeah.
Well, cool, man. I appreciate you for, adding your grain of salt to the project.
Absolutely.
And this probably won't be the last time you're on here. So if you ever want to come on, spread a message, market yourself in any way.
Thank you.
This is what it's here for, bro.
I appreciate you.
All right, man. Well, if you've listened to this podcast up to this point, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Definitely check out Tage. Check out his Instagram page if you're looking for extra touches. Highly recommended by the Mas Futbol Podcast for sure.
Thank you.
Of course, man.
Appreciate it.
Well, let's turn this on. Peace, guys. Take it easy,
guys. Thank you.